Hey guys, it's Kat and I'm back today for my, what month was it? September favorites, fails, recap. It's more of a recap. I've been kind of like jumbled this month. I don't even know where September went. If you asked me what date it was, I would have said that it's like surely around the 11th of September right now. It's not, it's October. This month's been really busy, but I also don't have my camera. This is Hayley's camera I've borrowed for a day, well, a couple of days, but I'm at work tomorrow, so I can't film tomorrow. But essentially my camera, I need to get it repaired, so it's gone in for repairs. It's going to take 4 to 6 weeks, so I'm going to be without a camera for a while. So hopefully the content on my channel won't be reduced. So yeah, this month's been busy, and it's kind of a reflection in my favorites as well. I sort of have been just churning out, trying to use Project Pan products and just testing out products that have kind of come my way. So this is mainly a recap more than it is a favorites and a fail. So I've got a box of stuff that I've been trying, some things that I have kind of rediscovered and really love, so they are favorites, and then some things that are just updating you on products that I've been trying and what I think about them. Some of these I have done reviews on, some of them I am currently doing a review on. This lip product, I'm filming one right as we speak, a lipstick wear test. All right, I've surprisingly got quite a few things to talk about. I think I want to talk about one thing that's probably the most surprising. I think I got this at the very start of the month. Yes, it was on the 1st because it was on Darren's birthday. His birthday's the 1st. So I got this on the 1st of September. And I want to get more. So it is this guy here. I've not done a review, but this is me telling you what I think of it. This is flippin' phenomenal. So it's one of the Hourglass, I don't even know what it's called. All right, I've got it. Don't worry, my phone helped me. So these are called the Hourglass Confession Ultra Slim High Intensity Refillable Lipsticks, and they are expensive as heck. In Australia, these are $49. They come with this packaging, which is gorgeous, and it only contains 0.9 grams of 0.9 grams of product. Normal lipsticks contain 3 or 3.2 or 3.5, so this contains like no product whatsoever. I got the shade in I Desire, which is a gorgeous sort of like orange tone red, and I have been wearing it to death. Whenever I go to an event, like I wore it like all the time at VidCon, I wore it to Brandcast. Essentially, somehow you twist these out. Anyway, essentially you get them in this fancy packaging, but you can buy refills. And if you just use the same kind of lipstick every day, you're gonna go through one like super quickly. But I can tell you, not only is the packaging really cool, it's really, really heavy and really kind of good quality. And man, you look like a boss applying this. I'm just like, but this lipstick formula is phenomenal. It's super creamy, it's super like vibrant, and it lasts a really long time. And I've been whenever I wear this one, people are just like, what is your lipstick? And I'm like, it's this, sorry, it's so expensive. I also love the size of it. I just find that it kind of really is like, I find that some big bullets, they kind of, you can apply them a bit sloppy. I find that this really just hugs your lip and just applies it perfectly. You don't need a lip liner. I love these. I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna buy the Christmas pack that you get 1 and then 2 refills, and I think they're limited edition shades. These are my lipstick of the year. Unfortunately, they are so expensive, and I wasn't gonna buy them because I was like, damn you and your expensive ways. But the fact that you can kind of refill the case, and the fact that I'd never use up a lipstick anyway, I think it doesn't bother me that much because I know the quality is so good. So this is probably my favorite product of the month. It's so nicely weighted as well. It's just like, I would be wearing it today, but I'm doing a lipstick wear test, so I'm not wearing that. What I am wearing, which is not a favorite, so I'm kind of chopping and changing around, but I bought these on the same day, so I thought I'd mention it, is the NARS Power Matte Pigment. Now, like I said, I'm wearing it. Mine's in London Calling. This claims to be, I think a lilac pink or something. It's not a lilac pink. It's like a dark mauvey greige nude. Their color description's completely off. But this is an interesting product. I should actually swatch this. It's just extremely gorgeous. I think it's better than the NARS Audacious lipsticks. It's better than the MAC lipsticks. They're some of my favorite lipsticks. It is great. Look at the pigmentation. I love it. It's amazing. Let's swatch this guy, which is cheaper and you get more product, but I don't like the formula as much. It's got this really pointed doe foot applicator and it's really, really runny, but really, really pigmented. It does dry down to completely matte, but it's not completely budge proof. And I'm doing a wear test to see how long it wears. So I don't love this as much. I find that whenever I wear it, firstly, you have to be super precise. I was trying to put this on in the car one day. It was a nightmare. I was a passenger in the car, but it was a complete nightmare. Whenever I had to stop at the lights, I'm like, oh, I'll just do another little bit. You got to be really precise because it is so pigmented and it is so runny. But I find that this just doesn't wear well through food. That's my impression of wearing it, I think 2 or 3 times. But the wear test will tell you more. But yeah, I've been trying that and I bought them on the same day and I much prefer the Hourglass. But stop moving your bins. You're making too much noise and you're scaring my cat. Baby, are you okay? Anyway, I do like the look of this. I think it's gorgeous and I might pick up more shades. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'd wear in a video. I might wear to something, but I know if there's a lot of eating involved, I don't know. But the wear test will be up next, so you can judge for yourself. All right, other things that impressed me this month that I had purchased. So, Fenty Beauty foundation. This is the Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. I did do a wear test on this. My shade is 170. We also did makeup breakup on it. So if you want to see those, I will link them up in the corner and in the description box. I'll put all the names of these in the description box. So if I'm rambling like a crazy person, they'll be in the description box. But I really like this foundation. I'm wearing it today. I think it is probably my perfect shade match. It looks a little bit light, but if I bronze it up, it looks fine. And I would prefer to have a lighter foundation that I can bronze up than one that looks like dark on my face and then I have to bring it all the way down my neck. So this shade was really good. I got my color match on the Sephora Australia website. There was literally like a little box so you can press find your foundation match or something, and I think it matched me really well, so I was really impressed with this. I like this because it's sort of like a soft matte finish, so it is definitely matte. It's definitely medium coverage but buildable, so you can kind of get it to full coverage if you want. And it does set really nicely and it just kind of blurs your pores. It looks really, really good. I applied this today with just my fingers and I think it's really, really gorgeous. This doesn't hold up oil, so it's not an oil controlling foundation. I do have really oily skin, so that's something that I often like to look for in a foundation. But what I did like about this is that the oil breaks through, but it doesn't break down the foundation. So other foundations I use, I get quite oily, and then like pretty much the foundation around my nose and my chin and my smile lines kind of just disappears, and then I have like patchy looking face where some is like covered and some is like kind of redness and stuff poking through. This doesn't do that, so you do get quite dewy and oily, but you can just powder it down or blot it and it wears really well. So I did do a wear test on this. It's definitely one of my favorite products of the month. I wouldn't recommend it for people that have really dry skin because I can imagine it kind of clinging to dry patches. But I think the shade range is great. I think the price point is great. There's 40 shades, it's 50 Australian dollars, and I think for that, it's really good. It's cruelty free. I like it. On my skin, I love it. In summer, it might not last as well, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a go-to foundation that I've been, you know, reaching for a lot, and I would be reaching for every day if I wasn't trying to pan other stuff. So damn you, Project Pan. Now, another product that we did pick up for the makeup breakup as well, and I'm actually wearing it on my eyes today. It's the Trophy Wife Highlighter by Fenty Beauty. Now, this, some people love it, some people hate it. Ours is repressed because we destroyed ours, and we do keep the products and we do use them. I have used this on my face as like a subtle highlighter, and I reckon it's pretty. Like, it is a glitter, so people need to realize that it can be quite pigmented and it is gold, so that doesn't suit me. But it is actually a really fine glitter. I don't know if you can see that. And if you've got a nice bronze going on, or you're tanned, or you've got deeper skin tones, this is really gorgeous. It is a glitter though. It is a dispersed glitter. Like, I'm gonna have to get close up so you can see. Can you see that that is actually a glitter? Like there's no sort of base color. It's just a dispersed glitter. And I've got it on the inner corner and just patted over a matte eyeshadow today. So that's a matte gray, and I've just patted it over slightly, concentrate it in the corner, and then just like, yeah, put it over that. So yeah, it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but I think for what it is, it's really pretty. I can see myself probably getting a really sort of like loose brush or even a fan brush or something that only like deposits a small amount, and really putting it on the tops of my cheekbones when I've bronzed up a lot, or if I've got a fake tan on, if I'm wearing a singlet, maybe on the shoulders. So it does have a purpose if you've got fairer skin or tan skin, but if you've got deep skin and you like a sparkle, this is gorgeous. If you don't like a sparkle, not for you. So I don't hate this. I have been sort of using it, but it's definitely not a must-have product, but it's interesting. It's quite unique. Talking about bronzing, this is actually a discontinued product, so, you know, soz, but it's one that I have been loving. So if I have to kind of order my favorites of the month, I would go 1, I would go 2, and I would go 3. And this is a Stila bronzer, and I had this in my stash from ages ago. I remember I used one of these up, and then I ordered one online. I think it was being discontinued, so it was really cheap, and I was really excited. And then I literally had an unopened one sitting there for ages. Well, I've been picking this up and using it, and I've made a nice dent in it already. I've literally just been using it this month. But this is the Stila Sun SPF Bronzing Powder in shade 01. And it is quite an orange matte bronzer, but I have it on my face at the moment and I really, really like it. Now, I prefer this to something like NARS Laguna, which I'm trying to pan, and other bronzing products, because this actually gives me a false sense of tan. So NARS Laguna kind of like contours and does that kind of thing, but if you put too much on, it can make you look quite dirty. Whereas what I tend to do, and I've got 2 brushes here at my feet, so what I like to do, I get a really big fluffy brush. This one is by Morphe. This is the E41, which I really like. I use this one today, but it's a little bit wet, so I'll put that one down, but I like that brush. Or I use something like this Eco Tools one, which is, I don't know what it's called, full powder brush. And essentially all I do, and I will demonstrate even though I've got some on already, I have not contoured today, I've just used some of this. So I'll go in with this product, I'll kind of like, you know, just put it all over, and I just kind of warm up my face. And it's just been a really nice way to look like you've got, same as my neck, just like you've got like a natural kind of color to you without looking shimmery or shiny or needing to fake tan. And I just think it's, yeah, I've been loving it. I've been wearing it a lot on camera because otherwise I look like a ghost. I've been wearing a lot of it just, you know, in real life, and people are like, have you gone on holidays? I'm like, no, I'm just wearing bronzer. So this is product that I've brought back out. It's old, I love it, and as soon as I use it up, which I reckon will be in a couple of months because I've been using it like crazy, I'll have to find another sort of like dupe for it because it's discontinued. All right, I actually have quite a lot of products to talk about today. I don't know why I rambled so much at the start. Let's get through some of them. A mascara that I've been loving, and I loved it last month, and I have rediscovered it, and I forgot to talk about it. My last favorites is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I love it. I think it's so good. Separates your lashes really nicely. I could probably go with a bit more volume, but it lengthens them nicely. I just have been enjoying it. It's a spiky wand. It's easy to use. I like it. I enjoy it. Tick. I love it. I love a good drugstore mascara. Then I also just opened up, I used up a translucent version of this, and I'm now onto the dark version, and I really like it. I think they're great lash glues. So this is the Model Rock Lash Adhesive. It's waterproof, and this is the dark black latex free one. It looks blue. The product is actually blue, but then it dries down to a black. So let's have a look. So it's like a navy. Whereas the other one that I was using prior to this, which was the translucent one, looked almost like a purple opalescent kind of color, and then it would dry down to clear. It's a great lash glue. It is really, really affordable. I use it whenever I film. My lashes have never fallen off. And they're really easy to take off at the end of the day and pick off, and they're latex free, and it dries down to a black. So I'm wearing those today. I really enjoy it. So Yeah, I just thought I'd mention this one because I opened it a couple of weeks ago, and for the rest of this year I've been using one of their translucent ones, and I never mentioned it and I keep forgetting, but it's a great lash glue. Great lashes too. All right, when we were going to Sydney last week, we decided when we were at the airport to buy matching makeup. So Hayley and I decided to go to MAC, which was at the airport. We were just killing time, and we bought a couple of new products. Now these are gorgeous, and it looks like I've used them a lot because I sort of have, but I've only had them for like a week and a bit. So the one that I've used the most is this guy here. It's the Superb Extra Dimension Skin Finish. So the shade is Superb. And it is this kind of bronzy metallic highlighter product. And I have used it a lot. For having it for just like over a week, I've used it a lot. And now I want to clarify, not only is this a gorgeous highlighter if you've bronzed and you have a bit of a tan, like it's flippin' gorgeous. This is going to be like my summer highlighter, so you can see it there. It's sort of like a rosy bronze. It's really gorgeous. It's not sparkly. It kind of gives that wet look, but also like a bronzed wet look. So I wear this when I've bronzed up, but I also was wearing this on my legs. So I went to an event and Elton John played, and it was exciting and it was fun, and I was looking really pale, and I'd fake tan the night before, and I'm like, I just still feel like pale and flat and boring. And I literally just got a big fluffy brush and put this on my legs. And it's a really nice multi-purpose kind of bronzing highlighter product. So this is definitely something I'm going to pull out more and probably pair with a matte bronzer. So bronze like on the face or do whatever I need to do, and then go in with this on just the high points, and it's actually really gorgeous. I might demonstrate this. All right, I'm jumping all over the place, but before I do put this highlighter on, I want to point out that the only thing I'm wearing on my cheeks is a blush that's got a gold shimmer in it. So this is not a highlighter, it's a blush. It's this guy, and I'll be talking about this in a second. So yeah, that's not a highlighter, it's just a blush. So all right, so I'm probably not tanned enough for this right now, but I just want to show you that it is gorgeous. Even though I've got quite light skin, I think this is a gorgeous highlighter because the catches the light really, really well. And even though it's got that kind of tanned kind of cast to it, if you do have some bronzer or you've contoured, you can really get away with it. So it's just about, you know, when and where you apply it. Paired with a bronzer, it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, don't be too scared. Even if you've got like fairer skin, it just sort of warms up the skin, but also gives it a glow, which I've been really enjoying. So yeah, it's an interesting product, and it's one that I'm glad I purchased, and I will use a lot more. I can see myself using it on my body. I can see it using on my like arms and legs. I reckon it's going to be one of the only MAC highlighters that I'm eventually going to hit pan on, because yeah, it works in all different ways. It will even work as a gorgeous eyeshadow. So I love that. I also picked up a blush. Where is it? I also picked up a blush at the airport as well, and I haven't worn this as much, but it is still really beautiful. This is the Extra Dimension Blush in Telling Glow. Now, this is something like I don't have anything else like this in my collection, so I thought it'd be worthwhile picking up. And I have used it quite a few times. It's an orange kind of base, but I think it looks, well, it's very orange. I think it looks more orange in the pan and swatched because it's got a gold sheen to it, but once you do sort of put it on the skin, it has a pink that comes out. You can see it there, so that's really, you know, built up, and it doesn't pick up that much product on the brush, but it's got this gorgeous kind of peachy pink base, and then this really gorgeous gold sheen to it. It's not glitter, it's a beautiful sheen, and it's one of those products that similar to like NARS Orgasm, but like on steroids and a little bit more orange. If you just pick this up with a brush and just use a little bit, you could really give your face a bit of a flush, but also a glow. So this is the type of product I'd wear without a highlighter. I'd probably go in with a bronzer, maybe a bit of a sheeny bronzer to add a bit of like glow, and then glowy cheeks, and it's really, really pretty. So yeah, I'm enjoying these, and they're going to be like products I use a lot when I'm a bit more tanned and I'm a bit more summery. But look at that glow. Look at that glow together. Gorgeous. All right, let's jump on to the blush that I was hinting at. I did a get ready with me testing out some Pixi products, and I mentioned this as well. So I was just randomly sent these in my PO box. I didn't know they were coming. So I thought I'd do a get ready with me, which I'll link up in the corner. And I sort of did a first impressions. Now I was really impressed, and I still am very impressed with this eyeshadow palette. I think the colors, like, it's just a basic set of colors that you can use like quite frequently. And I particularly love this shade and that shade. They're really, really pretty, and I have been wearing these a lot. Like, it's not my perfect palette, but it's not designed by me. But I think these are really, really nice quality, and I have been wearing them. Whenever I wear them, people are like, what's your eyeshadow? And I'm like, it's Pixie. But what I do love about these is not only do they last all day over primer, but if you saw in my Get Ready With Me, they apply quite, like, they're not super pigmented, but they apply with a nice amount of pigment, and then they blend really nicely. So I don't know, I remember when I was editing that, I used this color on my lower lash line, and I literally just ran it across like once or twice, and I was like, oh, that looks perfect. No blending needed, no nothing, no building up. These are really nice. They're a little bit powdery, but they blend gorgeously. They deposit a nice amount of color. I really like this palette. If you're looking for just like a warm basic palette, I would think that this is a nice one. I want a matte cream in there, and I want a little bit more variety, but for a basic palette, this is a really nice one. So this palette's actually called Get the Look, It's Eye Time, and it's a collab with It's Duty Time. But out of that whole series, my most used thing is actually the blush that I showed. So this is a collab with Aspen Novard, and I think she also did a bronzer and a highlighter, but I was sent the blush, and this is in Rome Rose, and it's a glowy powder product. Now this is more like NARS Orgasm. I think I actually dropped mine and it kind of cracked a little bit, but I'm like, don't you break on me. Don't you break on me. So this contains a heap of product, 10.21 grams of product. It's a gorgeous pink, and it's got some gold glitter in it. So unlike the MAC one, which has like a gold sheen, this does have like a really micro glitter to it. And it's that color there, but it's gorgeous. And this is essentially what I've been using. Oh, it's so good. I'm just looking at it and I'm mesmerized. Look at it, it's gorgeous. So this is essentially what I've been using just like flat out, and this is what I was wearing on my face today before I put on that highlighter. It gives a little bit of color to the cheeks, and then it gives a little bit of a glow. And I've worn this in videos like, oh, my throat's going. I think I'm getting sick from Haley's cold. Haley, I'm coming for you. Yeah, I've been wearing this in things like beauty news videos, and people are like, oh my God, I had to look in the description box to see what your blush and highlighter was because it was gorgeous. And I'm like, yeah, it's just this one thing. So this, once again, is one of those really easy, summery, gorgeous products where you just get a bit of a fluffy brush, put it on, and you're all good to go. And you don't have to worry about like highlighter and all that kind of stuff. So this is my favorite, most used thing out of this range, actually. Now, the two things that I'm a bit like about, firstly is the double cleanser. This is a collab with Carolyn Hirons, she's a skincare blogger. And this is the Double Cleanse Solid Cleansing Oil and Cleansing Cream. Now, I don't dislike this because the product's not good. I just don't like the format it comes in. The cleansing balm is actually really good. It is, yeah, you get a little scoop of it, you put on your dry face, you work it in, and it really dissolves your makeup. And the good thing about it as well is once it hits warm water, it does emulsify, so it doesn't leave too much of a greasy residue on your skin. It's actually a really, really nice cleansing balm. Probably one of my favorite cleansing balms I've used, hands down. I've got another one I'll talk about in a sec too. But I really like this. And then you're supposed to go in with a cream cleanser and use that as a second cleanse. Now, I also like the cream cleanser. I'm not usually for a cream cleanser, but I think cream cleansers on their own don't take off enough makeup for me, but they're nice and gentle and they make your skin feel nice. But the combination of the two work really well. My problem is that I tend to remove my makeup in the shower, so I like to go in with a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm, put it on, jump in the shower, and then cleanse it off. But this format doesn't really lead to that. You can't really open this in the shower. It doesn't really work. You'd kind of get water in here. It would mess it up. So I tend to just use the balm and then jump in the shower and use another cleanser. So for me, this format doesn't work, but the products together are really good. And I can't really use them as a double cleanse because I would use that to remove makeup and then potentially that in the morning just to cleanse my face. But if you do just remove your makeup at the sink, this is a nice 2-in-1 product. Yeah, I like the products. The format's not quite for me. I would have preferred a tub of the cleansing balm and then a tube or a pump of the kind of cream cleanser. That would work better for me, but the product's good. Then I also was using this guy here, which is the Strobe and Bronze Glow and Bronze palette. There's also a deeper one in the range, and I don't mind this. My favorite product still in it is the shimmery bronzer. I just think this gives a gorgeous glow to the skin. It gives the right amount of color, the right amount of warmth, and just the right amount of glow that you don't look crazy and like really shiny and sparkly. There's no sparkle in it actually, it's just like a nice sheen. So it gives you a healthy glow, and it's, yeah, a nice product. When it comes to these guys, I think for me at the moment, they're a bit like almost yellow. I don't know, I think I need to be a bit more tanned for them to work for me. Yeah, so they look like that. They look a little bit dirty and a little bit yellow on me at the moment. If I had a little bit of a rosiness to it or a little bit more neutral, I think I would wear them more, but I'm gonna hold off for summer to wear them. I also find that they're a little bit harder to blend. They kind of stick to the skin and you gotta blend a lot to blend them out, but they're not bad. I really like the highlighters, they're pretty. But because of the blush not needing highlighter, I kind of don't use them. So yeah, this is probably my least used thing out of the range, but I'll pick it up in summer. All right, so even though I'm loving the bronzy kind of glow and the easy blush that gives you a glow and a this and a that, the eyeshadows that I'm actually wearing today are completely not that at all. You can see it's like a kind of grey. Now, we were sent a few things on Beauty News from Bobbi Brown. Now, this is the Downtown Cool eyeshadow palette, and it's from the Downtown Cool collection, which I believe is their spring collection. It does not look spring, trust me. So this is the palette here. It's 4 matte shades. We've got cool brown, grey, cool grey, and brunette. Now, I've actually been really loving this, and I'm really surprised that I have been, because I usually like shimmery, like metallic bronzes and sort of like warm shades, but I don't know, I think this really works for my brown eyes. It's like just a really basic palette that I personally really like. Today I'm wearing this all over the lid. I've kind of put that kind of greeny color in the crease, and then that sort of like on the lower lash line and more towards the corner. So those kind of shades, I really love them, and I usually don't like matte looks and I don't like using just mattes, but these are really easy to use. These don't swatch amazingly, and they all look very similar and really, really boring, but I really like them. So let's swatch them. Swatch, 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 swatch. So you can see that they don't look, you know, crazy amazing, but they do blend really, really nicely, and they do create like really gorgeous looks. So that's what I'm wearing on my eyes today with the Fenty highlighter, and I'm really grubby, but I've been really enjoying it. I don't know what's going on, but I think that it's a really easy way to get like a basic smoky eye. It's the kind of palette that I'd wear to work, or if I just don't know what to wear, I'll just grab it and put some matte on and it's good to go. I've been really enjoying it. And also they sent us a couple of duo cream liners, and I love this concept, and I love gel liners. So Haley got 2, I got 2, and these are the 2 that I have. I'm wearing, once again, one of them on my eyes today. So this is a duo, you can see, it's really cool. It's a brown duo, there's a matte shade, and then there's a shimmery shade. So there's dark chocolate ink and black scotch. Now I think the dark chocolate ink might be the shimmery one, and the black scotch is the dark, almost blackened brown, which is what I'm wearing as a wing today and on my waterline. It's really, really gorgeous. And I love the idea of having 2 in one pan, because gel liners last forever, and you kind of go, I want heaps of variety but not heaps of pots that could go to waste. So that one's really cool. Another one that I've been really loving, and you'll see I've used a bit of this. It's Cypress Ink and Dark Meadow. So Cypress Ink, once again, is a shimmery, this one here, shimmery green, and that is Dark Meadow, which is like a blackened, like khaki matte color. They're really gorgeous. I need to show you how they swatch. All right, so once again, the funny thing I've learned about these is they don't, once again, look super impressive when you swatch them, but they just work really well on the eye, similar to the eyeshadows. So this is like the olive matte kind of color. So it's just like a dark. I like this because I often really like colored liners or variations of black liners, but if they're too light, they often don't have the effect that I want that kind of lifts the eye. So this one's dark enough. And then this gorgeous, what is it, Cypress Ink, which is like the one with some gold shimmer in it. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but they're really, really pretty and they complement each other really well. I hope you can see the shimmer there. But I've been liking that, like that shimmery green one with the matte eyeshadows as well. It just adds like a little bit of a pop. All right, and this is the brown that I'm wearing today, which is just like the dark matte brown. Just basic, nice, warm, dark matte brown. And this is that kind of shimmery chocolate one which has the gold in it as well. So I've just spread that one out a bit more so you can see the kind of bronzy shimmer in it. That's really pretty. So it's like you get a khaki and then you get like a dark green with a kind of gold shimmer, a warm chocolate matte, and then you get a warm chocolate with a bronze shimmer through it. So I think these duos are really, really cool. And yeah, I've been wearing them a lot. So I did mention that I was going to talk about another cleansing balm, and I've had a few people ask me what I think about this, so I wanted to tell you. This is new from Dermalogica. It's the Pre-Cleanse Balm, and it is, yeah, a cleansing balm, and you get it also with this little thing here. So it's kind of a cool concept, and it does work really well. I'm still a cleansing oil kind of girl, so I don't like any residue, and balms always leave a slight amount of residue, but I think this one's not too bad. So to remove this, or before I use this, but essentially it's a tube of balm. You get quite a lot of product in it. You only need the smallest amount, and you like take out, for your face you'd need more than that, but you take it out and then you essentially just work it in and it turns into an oil, and it smells really nice. It's got a really nice herbal scent to it. It's got and this is gonna sound strange, it's got a lavender scent to it, which I usually hate lavender, but there's always like this warm lavender oil. It's sort of like, is it Twilight by Lush? It's got that sort of warm lavender scent to it. This has it, and I really, really like it. So essentially you put it on and you rub it in and you remove your makeup. And what I do at this stage, and what you're designed to do, is then double cleanse it. And that's where this baby comes into play. So it's not designed to just wash off after that. You're supposed to go in with your normal cleanser or your Dermalogica cleanser. You put a little bit of your cleanser on your little mitt, which is a really soft silicone mitt. You've got a coarser side, but it's really beautiful. And then you just sort of double cleanse it off, and it works really, really well. So yeah, for a cleansing balm, I really like this product. I really like the Pixie one. I've tried other cleansing balms that just leave you really greasy, but because these are both designed to be like properly double cleansed off, I think they work really nicely. They remove makeup really nicely, and I like this. Probably, I think it's just as effective as my Shiramura cleansing oil. So I kind of keep this on my sink and my Shiramura cleansing oil, and it just depends on the day which one I go for, because they're both really good. I thought while I'm here as well and I've got my nail polish on, I would talk about two of my favorite shades from the new Graceful nail polish collection that's inspired by the TV show Charmed. So it's called the Warren Sisters. Now these, we've got Premonition, which is what I'm wearing. It's like a holographic kind of dark pink, which is gorgeous. It's really, really nice. I'll show it to you close up in a sec. Then we've got Whitelighter, which is, you know, my kind of favorite color. I always wear these kind of bright teals on my nails. This has a bit of sparkle in it, but it also changes color. So when you either get really warm or you go in the shower, it's like heat activated. So it turns into like a really light, almost white gray with sparkle. It's really, really pretty. So that's a fun one. And I've just been like Am I hot? Am I cold? What's going on? I just love it going like under the water. It's fun. So not only is that color really cool, but it's kind of a fun thermal changing one. And then this is a pretty gorgeous holographic pink. Can you see that? Can you see that? It's gorgeous. And that's a teal. All right, guys, I know that was long and rambly. Apologies. I thought for some reason that I didn't have too many products to talk about. And then here I am surrounded by products, and an hour of filming later, I'm like, no, I had a lot of products to talk about. I didn't have any fails because most products I've been, or all products I've been trying have been good, or they might not necessarily work exactly for me, but they're good products. Same as this, like these sort of don't work for me at the moment with my skin tone, but hopefully in the warmer months, they'd be really nice products. I was sort of hoping that this one will be a dupe for this guy when I run out. But you can see this is a little bit more, it's got a little bit more peach to it, whereas that's a little bit more, I don't know, gold. So anyway, I'll use these in the warmer months. But yeah, so things like some things don't 100% work for me, but overall I'm liking everything I've been using, which is great because it means good makeup days, right? Right. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be my lipstick wear test. And we will try to get through this 4 to 6 weeks without a camera. We'll try. See ya.